That all of you doing great. In this video, we are going to talk about the history of money. How did we start from the barter system to the fiat currency and then so many things in between? Here we are till the crypto. What is the current status of the Bitcoin? We know it is hovering above $28,000. Very nice as compared to what was happening from the past 1.5 years. Like we haven't visited this level after falling below $25,000. Like we reached $17,000 and then we double bottom at $15,800. Right now, hovering above $28,000. Today is an important day, FOMC meeting. We will be hearing what Fed is going to do. Earlier, it was priced in that probably we might be having a 50 basis point raise. But then right after that, the Silicon Valley Bank crisis, Signature Bank crisis, like Credit Suisse, so many news across the world related with the banking system collapse happening due to the interest rate increase. Now the market has priced in probably 25 basis point. There could even be the possibility we might have no rate hike. That would lead to another rally, which this is going to be bullish for the crypto. So we'll have to watch today for the FOMC meeting. What is the decision the Fed is going to make? It will be interesting to watch. Now let's jump back onto the topic, the history of money. You need to understand the human beings have adopted this money system in order to just live on a daily basis. Money is just like a store of value, which is used as an exchange to exchange of value. Basically, to live in this world, we need to do the bartering, right? Take some goods from somebody, give some goods to someone out there in the world. From the time the human beings were created, so initially we used to have this barter system. What is this barter system? It is simply, let's say I have 10 goats, the other person has probably 100 kgs of sugar, 5 kgs of wheat. Now after a certain point of time, I might need a little bit of sugar, I might need a little bit of wheat. The other person, or like anybody else out there in the world, would need my cattle, right? In order for their own thing. So both of us are having a value. So the barter system was, I give my valuable thing and in exchange I get the valuable thing that I want. But then slowly human beings realize this is not a very good form of system. Why? Because how do I fractionalize? How do I value the things, right? I have a goat and then every time I have to negotiate, hey, I need probably 100 kg of your sugar in exchange for this one goat. And let's say I just need 1 kg of sugar. How do I give my goat? Or probably, I'm just giving the example. Like it became quite a problem for the human beings to classify, to fractionalize. That's when they introduced this metal form of currency. And this was basically the gold or probably something highly valuable in the form of metal. Now with this, it became quite easier for the human beings. Let's say I have a certain number of cattle. There was issued the gold, and the other person can take my cattle for the set of gold. Let's say I have said, okay, 2 pieces of gold is the cost of my cattle. You give me 2 pieces of gold, I'll give you my cattle. Now I have 2 pieces of gold. I can use those 2 pieces to buy anything out there I want. But slowly, human beings even realize this is not the best form of the money exchange. Why? Because probably, let's say, I just need a fraction of a thing. Like, do I need to go and melt my respective piece of gold or stuff? Like, how do I actually do the exchange? How do I actually fractionalize the thing? That's when the central fiat currency got evolved, where the central government was supposed to issue the currencies via the central banks, print the amount of respective fiat currencies. Now, this fiat currencies was supposed to be trusted by the citizens in order to be used as an exchange of value, that it is having the value. Now, why it is having the value? Initially, it was decided that there will be backing of the gold. So every currency that is being printed, it was only because there is an equivalent amount of gold reserved within the respective bank, and any citizen who's having the currency can actually go to the bank and redeem their gold anytime. Until the time they don't redeem their gold, they can use it as a value for the exchange of gold. This solved a lot of problems. Fractionalization, like somebody can have $1,000 of a thing, somebody can even have a $1 of a thing. Fractionalization became really easy for the human beings, and that's when eventually the digital form of the payment, like the entire money system, got into the digital form. Like you see a piece of numbers, set of numbers onto your banking screen, you do the transaction, the numbers get reduced, that you have spent this amount of money. So now the digital form of money started taking place, and right now it's very, very prevalent. We saw the credit card and stuff. Now this gold backing, like every currency that is being printed will be backed by the gold, slowly was abolished over the period of time, which became the problem. Why? Because now the governments and the central banks can actually print any amount of money that they want. Earlier, it was supposed to be only printed with the amount of gold that they have. The intrinsic value of the gold was the value that the currency is having. Now, the governments can print trillions of dollars. Now, this is actually causing the inflation. Like when unaccounted money is being printed, suddenly the value of the good, because the number of goods remains same or growing at a same pace, but suddenly there is a big supply increased in the currency, in the banks, in the market. That's when the value of the things start, like the price of the thing starts increasing, because the money supply has highly increased in the market. This inflation is one of the big problems. Like every time you're earning the fiat currency, that means every day you're losing the value. Why? Because somebody out there is printing more and more fiat currency. To solve this particular problem, we had this 2008 financial crisis, and that's when the Bitcoin was created, the first cryptocurrency. And it was supposed to be the peer-to-peer transaction. It solved all the problem that was faced by the respective fiat currency. What kind of problem? Are we saying, can we fractionalize it? Definitely yes. You can send the Bitcoin $0.1 or $1 billion. It doesn't matter. One piece of click, one transaction. You just need to know recipient address. You can send it anytime. Can you physically send the money, like the money is being sent from one place to the other? Definitely yes. It is not just that in the record your own transaction is being reduced somewhere. You're actually sending the money. When you're sending, let's say, one Bitcoin to the other person, the other person is receiving that one Bitcoin. It can be physically stored with someone. Can the transaction be instantaneous, like cross-border inter-country transaction? Definitely. It is just a piece of a code that is being written onto the blockchain, and it is instantaneous. Do you need any third-party approval? Like if two people are ready to exchange the value and they are ready to send Bitcoin to each other, do you need approval of the third party? No, you do not need the approval of the third party. Does it have the problem of the inflation? No, you only have 21 million Bitcoin out there. But then the thing was, obviously it is solving a lot of problems. It takes time for the human beings to adopt to the new thing, and slowly people realize that this is the new form of the money that can solve all the problems of the traditional fiat system, traditional currency. And that's when human beings started purchasing Bitcoin over and over, and the value kept on rising. It reached $1 in 2013, and then slowly we saw, like, literally jumping up to $100, and then we happened to notice $69,000 one Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the first currency, and this is the ultimate goal of the Bitcoin, is eventually it replaces the fiat currency, it replaces the money. Eventually people are going to be using the Bitcoin in everyday transaction without inflation being the problem. At the same time, parallelly, a lot of other cryptocurrencies were being launched, but for the different purposes. Not as a store of money, but as a monetary value in a particular ecosystem. Let's say there is a gaming token that is being launched. This is launched as a cryptocurrency. In the form of that, this currency can be used in the respective gaming ecosystem. As the mass adoption of that of the ecosystem grows, the usage of that currency will grow, and that is based on that people are speculating the value of the crypto will grow, and that is why they purchase it. So this became altogether different games via different currencies being launched. But Bitcoin was originally the first, supposed to be like the first payment system, and eventually this is the ultimate goal. Like the ultimate success of the Bitcoin will be that it becomes the money itself, and that is the exact reason that the value keeps on increasing, because people speculate the moment it actually becomes the money, then it will become stable, whatever maybe the price it settles for, probably $1 million, $10 million, we do not know. So this is the entire history of the money, guys. This is where we are at in when we are talking about the monetary system of the entire world of the human beings. I hope that you found value out of the respective video. I wanted my audience to know about it. From where did we come and where are we right now? If you have not subscribed to our channel, please ensure that you hit the subscribe button. This channel is everything about how do we grow your finances. The goal of this channel is to provide financial freedom to all of our subscribers. And thanks a lot for tuning in. I'll see all of you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.